Hey, Talik, thank you for listening and coming back to my TED Talk. Okay, it's not a TED Talk, it's a podcast episode. Thank you very much to my returning listeners, new listeners, and everybody who mistakenly or intentionally listens to this episode. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and you guys are the reasons why I continue. The reasons. Yes, so today it's story time, and it's not a fictional story time, it's an actual story time of something that happened to me, and I'm just trying to share the fun or share the experience or share the situation or whatever. And it's supposed to be a little bit ipoti or ipiti or whatever. I like how that sounds in my mouth. Ipiti. Anyway, it's supposed to be like an upbeat thing. But I discovered that my voice never does that upbeat thing. I don't know why. But I'm intentionally trying to sound a little bit excited and upbeat. And so if I'm still sounding like I'm trying to hold the seance or like, am I calling it right? Or hypnotize or something. I'm talking very low tone. It's not intentional. I'm trying not to sound like that today, and I hope I do not sound like that. Anyway, let's get right into it. So I'm going to be talking about my encounter where I almost became the girlfriend of an Agbero in this Lagos. Anyway, so I'm going to start the story by saying first that I'm not street smart at all. I have zero street smartness in me. I grew up in Lagos. I've lived here all my life, but I still don't know what's up with the town. Like, I don't understand the town, the craziness, the people, everything. I still don't understand it, and I don't think, if at this point I don't think I ever will. And so because of this, I always try to just be on the safe side, be unnoticeable, do your thing, just go to work and come back and be calm. Don't stress yourself. Don't let anybody stress you. Just do your thing and go. And so I hardly have encounters with people, pickpockets, thieves, or anything, because I'm trying not to look for trouble. In fact, there was a time that I used to pass Obalende very frequently, and there were guys, of course, who were these guys from the other side, whatever. And because in a bid to never fall into trouble with them or have them harass me or something, I used to buy like some of them stuff. Like, I remember I used to buy one guy suya, like a lot. Like, I'll just pass and the guy will be like, he's coming near me, and I'll stop where they're selling suya. I'm like, bro, suya, you want suya? And I've bought him like suya so many times. So now when I'm passing, it's like, mama, how far now? Like, you recognize me as that girl that bought him suya. I'm sure he doesn't realize that I bought him suya because I was scared of him. But I bought him suya anyway because I was afraid. That's the truth. And so that's the kind of person I am anyway. I'm just this kind of person who wants to not be in trouble. And aside from being street smart, genuinely, that's just how I am. I don't like to be in trouble. I don't like to, raise the balance of things. Just let everything just be calm and let everybody just go. Don't stress me. I'm not going to stress you. So, but either way, you can't do that in Lagos. Lagos is a crazy town. People would do stuff to you that would be alarmingly unexpected, and you have to react. You have to react in a certain way, before they'll just use your head and stuff. But I still don't know how to do this. Anyway, let's talk about the story. I'm going to start the story by first telling you another small story about my very good encounter with garage NURTW member people. Apart from the people that I see every day and I say hi to them, and members of the NURTW community or team or whatever, and apart from the fact that I have a lot of respect for them, I see them on the street, I see them trying to get their money. I understand how they look and all of that, but for some part of me, I feel intrigued by what they do, and I just like. I don't know if I don't know. I don't even like is the right word, but I just really appreciate what they do, and I see them, and I'm like, I acknowledge them. I say hi to the people I can say hi to, and I just go my way. But this started with I started respecting them. I started giving them their due respect when I met someone so many years ago. So there was this day I was traveling to Ekiti State. I was going for my dad's celebration, and I was at the garage in Jota, and I was trying to enter a bus. I think I must have been looking a little bit lost because these guys just came to me, like 7, 8 guys in a group, and they just said, Chairman said me go call you, come. Chairman won't see you. Chairman said me go carry you, come. And I'm like, why? Which chairman? What do you mean by chairman? Chairman what? Chairman who? Anyway, so these guys, I didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't have a choice. I couldn't even enter the bus. Obviously, the bus driver would not allow me enter because he heard that chairman said they should call me. So he wouldn't even allow me enter his bus. And I didn't know who this chairman was. But anyway, I had to follow them. Now, it was very open space, and so I figured like they were not taking me to a dungeon, but I just followed them. Thinking about it, if it happened in this period, I wouldn't go anywhere. So, but it was the same garage anyway. So I went to the place where the chairman was, and he was sitting down there, very chairman-y looking person, was looking like a chairman. I remember very well, had this scar on his face, and he was wearing a very nice native wear, and he was sitting down and just explained to me that he's traveling to my village as well, and he didn't want to go alone. Because he didn't want to go alone, he wants to drive, and he doesn't want to drive alone. He needed he needed someone to be in the car with him. And I felt that sounded like he was looking for an Olusho or something. So I mentioned, I said, no, I'm not this kind of person. No, I'm not that kind of girl. I don't do hookups. So I didn't say it like that. I was just joking. But I just told him I don't do that. And then he was like, no, that's not what he's looking for. It's just looking for someone to be in the car with him. He doesn't want any other stupid thing. And I said, okay. Why I said okay, I think it was because one, I don't have sense. I didn't have sense then, because if it was this year, or if I had encountered kidnap or any other crazy scene at that time, I don't think I would have gone with him, because that's a very stupid thing to do. It could be a kidnapper, it could be anybody. But I went with him anyways, and I told him, okay, no problem, I would go with him. Thinking about it, I don't think anybody should do this. I think it's a very stupid thing for me to have done, and I own up to it, so don't do it. But I went with him, and it was a very fun trip. This man was very fatherly, conversation was on point. Baba was just giving me gist about his life, He was the chairman of Jota Garage, on annual to Jota Park. At that time, this was a really long time ago. But he's a very sweet man, very sweet old man, very respectful. And I must say, he was even more respectful than, say, some executives or group team leads or group heads or whatever of corporate organizations when they are in the company of a girl that they think they can be with. This man was more respectful, very, very calm. He gave me good conversation. We had a fun trip. He stopped by some places, bought me lunch. Whatever I was buying for himself, he was buying for me as well. And he didn't make any lewd. Am I pronouncing it well? I hope I'm pronouncing it well. So, he didn't make any lewd, Lewd. That's what I'm trying to pronounce. My urbaness might be in the way. But anyway, he didn't allow me. He didn't make any lewd comments or advances or any stupid thing like that. And in fact, he didn't drop me off at home. He had to go to his hotel, but he ensured that he put me in a bus. And of course, it was like, Chema. And he told them to make sure they got me home safe and all of that. Apart from the fact that the trip was totally free, which I liked. Very cheap person. I'm still a cheap person. But he was also very respectful, and it was a fun trip, and it was a very respectable situation. In fact, it was amazing. I can't forget that man. I can't forget that man in my life. I had his number. I think I lost it sometime. And then when I went to the garage some years later to look for him, I don't think it was the chairman anymore. But the point is, he was a very respectable man. And because of the insights and the things he said to me about their association and all, I think I understood a bit better, and I kind of just took an interest, not an interest, but I think I just found a little bit of respect for this man and what he does and what he stands for. I'm not saying that I understand everything that they are. I'm not saying that suddenly I'm like a guru in whatever they're doing because of that encounter, but I'm just saying that it made me respect him a little bit more. It made me respect them a little bit more. Anyway, so that's that. Now, understanding where that came from, still, it didn't change the fact that I was afraid of everybody in Lagos. I'm very skeptical about people that look like this. But they're everywhere, you can't hide. So this story of mine, where I almost got into a relationship with a tout. One day I was going to work. I used to work in Lagos Island, on Lagos Island. Now I don't know what that area is anymore, what they're calling, what the name of that area is, but it's between Obalende and say CMS, all those streets in between, all those places. Those places are the ghetto. Like, I've never in my life seen any other place in Lagos that looks as ghetto as that place. And ghetto, I don't mean dirty, I mean rugged. Like, everybody's face is strong. We could be at work then, like our office was upstairs, and you just go downstairs to maybe get a drink or something, and then you see that all the shops are closed, and then you ask one person like, they one kojabo. Like, what? Why? So we go back upstairs and then we wait for it to die down, and then we go home, and then the next morning, like, it's like nothing has happened. Like, these places are just so fucking ghetto. The same building would house an office, would house a beggar's home, would house shops, would house a warehouse, would house people's homes. Like, how do people live like this? And the houses are so very small, like the apartments are so tiny, and everything is just choked up. There's hardly water running. They buy water, like the gutters are dirty. The kind of rats in those areas, oh my god. Like, anyways, the ghetto, and they are very fucking expensive. All the houses there are fucking expensive. I didn't get it. I didn't get why people stayed there. I still don't get it. But anyway, it's their thing. And so it's a very funny area because everybody's looking all crazy and all of that. And I'm a very on streets smart person, like very street on smart or something. So I was always just trying to just stay on my lane and just be on my own and all of that. And because I looked like I was going to work, yeah, I was dressed like I was going to a bank literally every day. So I didn't attract those kind of crowd, really. So they wouldn't talk to me. I would just walk past and go to work. And the ones I can greet, maybe the ones that I meet downstairs in my office one day, I'll greet them very well, go upstairs and do my thing. So it wasn't like I actually attracted that kind of crowd at that time for any reason. They just wouldn't talk to you. They'll just think like, office they didn't want to buy sorry and all of that. But there was this particular day I was going to work, and then this guy kind of just, he had been following me for a while in the car. I knew he was following me, but I didn't know what to do. And it was an open street, and it was in the morning, it was broad daylight, so I didn't think it was actually going to do anything to me. And so I was just going, and then he just parks in front, he just double crosses me and just parks in front of me and comes down from the car. And I just stood there like, what? I didn't know what to do. I thought I was going to run away because I was scared shitless. But another thing that struck me was this guy that came out from the car. So the person was following me in the car. I didn't see the person. I didn't know who the person was. I just knew someone was following me in the car. Anyway, so when the person came down, it was a typical Agbero, like, like the look. I don't want to judge look. We all know that stereotypes are bad and stuff, but yes, it fits the stereotype to a T. The look, the cap, the tattoo, the singlet he was wearing, the chain on his neck, everything. And he came out from this very, very fabulous looking car. I'm like, what is going on? Anyway, I don't know cars, but it was a very fabulous looking car. And so this guy comes down and says, oh, sure, I'm going to work, sir. I was even saying, sir. I answered him, forget. I'm going to work. So I don't know. I think I was answering because I was scared. And I thought like maybe if I answered him and I said I'm going to work, he would just let me go. Chicken. And he was like, hey, he knows I'm going to work now. He knows I work at so and so place. He knows he has been seeing me so many times that he just decided that he would come out this morning when he finished washing his car at the car wash and follow me and actually talk to me. That he just said that he wants to talk to me. Man, I'm like, you know me. You've been seeing me. What have I done in this life to make you see me? Like the whole point of my existence is so that people don't see me. And so anyway, this guy it wasn't being rude, but his voice, the tone, the sounds scary alone. Like, he wasn't saying anything in itself that was scary, but everything about the sound and how it came out sounded scary. So anyway, he asked for my phone number. I gave him my phone number because I was very afraid of him. And he said, you should take me to work. I said, no, I can walk. It was like, mo fẹ́ drop ẹ ní mo ní ẹjọ́ mo nílò tó tọ́ mo máa walk. So he says, okay, you park his car, mo máa tẹ̀lé ẹ lọ office. He parked his car and he followed me to the office. He walked with me as in I was afraid. In my mind, I'm even like, wait, if someone from work sees me walking with this guy, what will I say I know this guy from? Who is this guy? Hey. Anyway, we got to work and that was how this whole thing started. So there's this Ofada person on that axis, one woman that sells Ofada. He would send me that Ofada. He would come to my office and stop by downstairs and talk to me and ask me how was my office, like what happened today, how was báwo ni gist mi kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́fíìsì mi ni báwo ni ṣé kò sì ṣe púpọ̀ ṣó wà ókè ṣó jẹun kí ló jẹ láàárọ̀ báwo ló jẹ like who is this guy? Like the whole point of everything is I don't know why you are talking to me. I don't know who you like. I can't explain like the state of my mind when all of this was going on, because this man was like someone like me. We couldn't even like literally he couldn't even speak to me in English. It was that bad. He couldn't text me because anytime he texted me, I didn't understand a line of what he was saying. Like he was speaking the worst possible English ever, and he was really trying. That was the funny thing. I didn't understand why this guy was trying, and I was afraid of him because like things like this were happening. Like I'll just not pick his call and I'll quickly just go home and try to hide from him or something, and then he'll call me with another number and say àwọn guys mi mo bá street by ló wá ń gbà lójoojúmọ́ mo lọ dúró sí díẹ̀ síbẹ̀ kó gbé call mi bí báwo lè lọ pé mo máa pàdé níbi báyìí, and then àwọn guys kọ́ ní other side lọ ti rí ẹ̀ wọ́n kọ́ níbẹ̀ yẹn ló gbà jáde ní ṣàpẹ́ àwọn rí bí ibẹ̀ yẹn àwọn Explain yourself. So this guy had people that knew me. This guy had people that stalked me for him. I knew where I was passing when I got to work. So it was literally impossible to avoid him. It was impossible to avoid him. He was everywhere. Even when I didn't pick his call, he would just call or text me from another number. Moriel. Oh, it was just really creepy and crazy. And in all sincerity, to be honest or to be fair to him, I don't think he realized anything he was doing was scary. I don't think he realized that anything he was doing was out of line. I think he just assumed that it's obvious that people I want the memo to babe me near. I'm like, babe, it's about like we don't even hang out together. Literally all we do is you come downstairs to my office or I see you on the road on my way home and you tap me and then suddenly you appear out of nowhere and you follow me to the bus stop where I take my bus, and that's it. That's where. So how come I'm your babe all of a sudden? I want to meet him more. I want to and I knew he had money because he had offered me money a couple of times. Like one time he would just say stuff like, more like you want to share with me, and I don't collect money from him because I figured that if I took money from him, then that would tie me down to him or something. I don't know if he was just trying to be kind to me. I don't know. I sincerely don't know. But it was just the weirdest thing ever. This boy was just doing everything that I know that if it wasn't who I thought it was, I might have fallen for him at the point because he was doing everything. Like, he was just doing everything. But I was afraid because one, I didn't know why I attracted this guy. Two, I didn't know what his game plan was. Three, I thought he was like going to kill me or something. I don't know. But like, it was just all over the place and I couldn't shake him and I was afraid of him and we're just doing the whole thing and literally every day was in my face. I think there was a time he bought me something. I'm trying to remember if it was flowers or a card, and they just delivered it to the office and I'm like, when I say delivered, I don't mean like dispatch rider. I mean like somebody literally just knocked the office and said, this is for Funke. And it was just really crazy and all of that. And so, well, I didn't last at that job for other reasons. And in fact, when I was having those problems at work, based on the fact that my guy was always asking me like, kilo share office, you do a coil and kilo share so for me. And so there were a couple of times I told him that I wasn't happy, and then stuff were happening at work that I didn't enjoy and stuff. And it was really sounding concerned and all. I was like, you lot friend, no, my friend, what on friend per month, and money friend, judge more, what to make per day, what to make per kiniko. How many actually money? I'm like, guy, I really have money. I can see it. I don't know how you have this money. I don't know what you do for this money, but I don't want it. Anyway, so after a while, I left the job. I didn't work there anymore. I moved out of the island entirely, and so he kept calling me with different numbers. Then Bolo been saying, "Mawa, kusi kodo shemi, my drive one saying, my she gonna call. I begin now where you go Agbero, what she can call." And so eventually, when he saw that I wasn't coming back to the island, and truly he knew that I wasn't coming to the island because I wasn't just saying I wasn't coming to the island. They weren't seeing me. Whoever was telling him where they saw me and how they saw me wasn't giving him that feedback anymore. So he knew that really I wasn't around. And so we stopped talking and eventually he fizzled out. He stopped calling me. And then that was how it ended. But I'll never forget the experience because it was very funny. And it was funny how this guy was doing everything to please me on my terms, I think. And it was like, he could just say something like, Morepe, like the day of that card or flowers. I can't remember which one it was. But he was telling me that somebody told him that is what they give our to carry. Like, that's what we like. And so he did it because that's what we like. And he did all of these things just to get my attention. And looking back, I'm flattered now thinking about it. I'm very flattered thinking about how far and how crazy this guy was and how far he was willing to go just to get my attention. And this went on for months actually. It wasn't just a 1 week, 2 week thing. It was really intensely at it for a long time. I know it's stalking, was a little bit stalking. I think to them it's just a normal thing. Yeah, can you call me because our boys me because what's more I know that it's a little bit, it was creepy to me at the time and it was very scary. But still, I'm flattered thinking about it now. And I think I can't remember his name now, but it was very flattering. It's flattering to think about it now. And it was very eye-opening how men would do anything just to get attention. This guy was telling me about his family, to be more fun. He was telling me everything. He was trying everything to just come on my side. In fact, there were times he was asking me that she on boys to marry me, okay, me never want anymore. And truly, I started seeing him walking alone or driving alone without all these people. And he was doing everything in his power to just be to make me comfortable around him. He would even ask like, "Abujunti ekumba miri, abi abun feel park back on, but she found already about Jumati happy." And I never entered this car because I was afraid of him, and that was a very painful thing for him because it felt like walking. He would park his car somewhere and then walk with me all the way to like the bus stop, and it was long route. And thinking about it now, I was actually not supposed to walk that distance. I was actually supposed to take like keke or bike or something, but I was a broke girl and he would walk with me. So I mean, anyway, it was a lot of things. I'm just thinking about it now, and it's funny how life can be so uneven, and how much people do to get attention or gain attention of the person they love and the person they really want. And it's just a beautiful thing. Love is a beautiful thing. It's a weird thing. It's very inexplicable and all of that, but it's beautiful. And in loving memory of my one-time Agbero crush and boyfriend, I'm here to preach love and sacrifices this December period. If you want something, if you want someone, go for the person. Do everything you can. I was just a stubborn girl and I was very afraid. Aside those facts, I think it would have been I'm just joking. I couldn't have decided him, yes, I agree. But it was a very applaudable attempt. Very applaudable attempt. And I forever would remember and cherish those memories because they're beautiful. They're beautiful. Very beautiful memories. Very scary and beautiful memories. But anyway, we've come to the end of my story time. Thank you for listening. If you listen to this time, that means you like apropos or you like my voice, either of the two. But either way, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you. I appreciate every single person that listens to this podcast. Have a great and amazing day, night, whatever time it is, and have the best of the season. Mwah.